There is an animal so small you could lose it between your fingers, but powerful enough to create plasma, stun fish, and produce sounds louder than a gunshot. An animal that can reach 4,700 degrees Celsius, almost the temperature of the surface of the sun, with nothing but a single snap of its claw. This is not science fiction. This is the pistol shrimp, arguably the most overpowered life form for its size anywhere on Earth. Few people know it even exists. Fewer understand what it really is. So how did such a tiny crustacean evolve one of the deadliest weapons in the ocean? How does it create shockwaves so intense they momentarily tear bubbles into glowing plasma? And what does this tell us about the limits of biology? Today, we're diving deep into the hidden world of the pistol shrimp, an animal that defies everything we think we know about size, power, and the boundaries of what's possible in nature. Pistol shrimp are only 3 to 5 centimeters long, barely larger than a paperclip, and yet, pound for pound, they are one of the most destructive animals on Earth. Think about that for a moment. An animal smaller than your thumb, wielding a weapon that would make most predators envious. At first glance, the pistol shrimp looks like a normal shrimp, until you notice its massively oversized claw. One claw is small and delicate, used for feeding and grooming. The other is a monstrous biological cannon, accounting for nearly half of the shrimp's body mass. This asymmetric claw is divided into two parts: the propus, which acts like the barrel of a gun, and the dactyl, which functions like the hammer of a revolver. The mechanical precision of this structure is remarkable. Evolution has refined this weapon over millions of years into something that seems almost engineered, and what it does is unlike anything else in the natural world. No venom, no teeth, no physical impact. Just pure hydrodynamic violence. When the shrimp fires its claw, it doesn't actually hit anything. Instead, it snaps the claw shut so fast, up to 100 kilometers per hour, that it launches a high-velocity jet of water forward. The speed of this closure is incredible. We're talking about acceleration rates that would make a Formula One car look sluggish. But the truly insane part? The water jet moves so quickly that it creates something called a cavitation bubble. Now, what exactly is a cavitation bubble? It's a void, a temporary pocket of vacuum in the water. Essentially, the shrimp is tearing a hole in the ocean itself, a bubble that should not exist under normal circumstances. The water pressure around this bubble is immense, and nature abhors a vacuum. So what happens next is violent and spectacular. When the bubble collapses, it does so with devastating force. The implosion releases three extraordinary phenomena simultaneously. First, there's a flash of light called sonoluminescence. For a brief moment, the collapsing bubble produces visible light underwater. Scientists still debate the exact mechanisms, but the leading theory suggests that the rapid compression heats the gas inside the bubble to such extreme temperatures that it emits photons. Second, there are shockwaves reaching up to 210 decibels. To put that in perspective, let me give you some comparisons. A gunshot measures around 150 to 160 decibels. A rocket launch reaches approximately 180 decibels. The threshold for human eardrum rupture is about 160 decibels. The pistol shrimp produces 210 decibels. And third, temperatures inside the collapsing bubble reach 4,700 degrees Celsius for a few microseconds. That's nearly as hot as the surface of the sun. All of this from a claw the size of a raisin. This makes the pistol shrimp the loudest animal on Earth relative to its size. In fact, when you account for body mass, nothing else even comes close. Blue whales are loud, but they're also massive. The pistol shrimp is producing these sounds with a body you could hold in the palm of your hand. If you're enjoying this dive into one of nature's strangest animals, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps me create more content like this, and there are plenty more impossible creatures to explore. The pistol shrimp is not loud for fun. It's not showing off. It's loud because it is a highly effective predator, and this is its hunting strategy. The shrimp typically hides in a burrow or coral crevice, waiting patiently. Its eyes scan the surrounding area for movement. When it spots a fish, small crab, worm, or other prey swimming nearby, it positions itself carefully. The massive claw extends outward, aimed like a weapon. Then it fires. The shockwave travels through the water at incredible speed. The prey doesn't have time to react. The shock stuns or kills the target instantly. instantly. Sometimes the shrimp doesn't even need to touch its victim. The pressure wave alone is enough to disrupt the fish's nervous system, causing instant paralysis or death. Once the prey is incapacitated, the shrimp quickly moves in. It drags the limp body back into its burrow to feed in safety. This is biology's closest equivalent to a stun grenade or underwater railgun. It's non-contact predation at its most efficient. What makes this even more remarkable is the precision involved. The shrimp must calculate distance, timing, and angle miss by too much, and the prey escapes. Fire too close, and you might damage yourself. It's a delicate balance of power and accuracy. Some researchers have observed that pistol shrimp can adjust the intensity of their snaps depending on the size of the prey and the distance. Larger prey might require multiple shots. Smaller prey can be taken down with a single, well-placed blast. This suggests a level of control and awareness that's surprising for such a small invertebrate. The pistol shrimp is a reminder that the most extraordinary forces of nature aren't always the biggest. Sometimes, the most powerful things in the ocean are measured not in meters, but in millimeters. In the vast, seemingly silent world beneath the waves, a tiny shrimp holds the loudest voice of all, a voice that echoes with the snap of creation itself. Plasma, light, and shockwaves, all from an animal you could hold between two fingers. The next time you visit the ocean, remember that just beneath the surface, invisible to most, are millions of these tiny weapons firing constantly, creating their own thunder, hunting with physics that would make engineers jealous, living proof that nature's imagination exceeds our own, the pistol shrimp. The loudest animal on Earth, a biological impossibility that refuses to know it's impossible.